Don't even think about visiting Monrovia, Liberia without adding these top 3 attractions to your itinerary. I'm Charlie Cooper. I'm a journalist who loves to talk food, travel, and experiences, and essentially make your life easier, your travels easier, and just make it more fun. Let's get into it. We're going to start out with the Centennial Pavilion, which is a really special spot because if you start at the Centennial Pavilion when you're in Monrovia, Liberia, you'll realize that you're also really close to several other historic sites, including the Liberian National Museum and Providence Baptist Church. But right now we're talking about the Liberia Centennial Pavilion, and really it's a commemorative site that was built to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Liberia's independence back in 1947. Now on this site, you'll see the gravesite for former President William V.S. Tubman, who served as the president of Liberia from 1944 to 1971. And so basically the pavilion was constructed to celebrate again the 100th anniversary of Liberia's independence in 1947. The pavilion actually has served as a venue for Liberia's independence celebration, but also the inauguration of presidents. So it's a pretty big deal. Right in the backyard, you'll find the Liberian National Museum, which I mentioned earlier. And I know I said I was giving you guys the top 3 attractions, but this is a bonus that you have to check out. By the way, our tour guide was fantastic. Literally, he had a wealth of knowledge, was hilarious, personable, and just a joy to have tourists around. So if you go on this tour, look for this guy. He is fantastic. Let me tell you a little bit about the Liberian National Museum. But first, a joke from my tour guide.
The joke of the Boston tribe is they will be like that, but they let man business. They love men.
Okay.
That's what they will say.
The Liberian National Museum is dedicated to, again, showcasing the history and culture of Liberia and, of course, preserving that history. Artifacts, exhibits, traditional Liberian clothing, tools, artwork, historical documents, photos, memorabilia, you name it. It's all in there, and it's really, really cool to see. So be sure to check that out. Now, let's get into number 2 on the list, Providence Island. So Providence Island is a small island located off the coast of Monrovia. It is incredibly significant in Liberian history because it was actually the site of the first permanent European settlement in Africa. So back in 1821, a group of free African Americans and former slaves from the United States were sent to Liberia by the American Colonization Society. And the whole goal of all of that was to establish a colony for freed slaves. The settlers ended up landing on Providence Island and established a settlement there, which they named Monrovia after James Monroe, the 5th president of the United States. Hint, hint, for those who haven't caught it, Liberia and the U.S. have a deep-rooted history and connection. So today, Providence Island is a popular tourist destination in Monrovia with several historic landmarks and attractions, and the history alone makes it worth checking out. All right, now let's get into number 3 on the list, which is Hotel Africa. I'm not gonna lie, guys, driving up to Hotel Africa and just seeing the frame of the building was kind of heartbreaking, just to know the impact that this particular hotel once had within the continent of Africa, and to now see what it is was kind of a little bit heartbreaking. But it also put me in a space where I am optimistic to see what comes of it in the coming decades and years to come. I really hope that things get better on that land, because Hotel Africa is actually a really historical hotel. It was built back in the 1970s by the Liberian government as a symbol of national pride. The hotel also was just to showcase Liberia's economic progress. As you can see, it's a huge multi-story building. So for many years, Hotel Africa was a really popular destination for tourists and business travelers. It played a pivotal role in Liberia's hospitality industry. However, during Liberia's civil war in the 1990s, the hotel was damaged, as you can see, and it kind of fell into this disrepair state. But I would highly recommend you go and visit it just to see it up close and personal, and also just to see the land around it. I mean, it's crazy to think how many resources Liberia has. Like, you can see the beautiful natural resources. It literally sits steps away from this stunning beach, and there's just so much that can be done here. There's so much hope that still remains and that still lingers, and I at least have so much hope for Liberia's future. That's my top 3 locations you absolutely have to visit when you visit Liberia to learn the history, to learn the culture, to learn why Liberians are so proud. We have such a rich history, and I'm really excited to tell you guys more about it. Listen, comment below, let me know your thoughts. Again, this is a community, and I'm so glad you guys are a part of it. Please don't forget to hit like and subscribe on this video, and check out my other Liberia videos. Bye!